When I myself was just a waitress, the only career path at the time that I could clearly see for myself was to become a restaurant manager. But I didn't want to be a restaurant manager. This is a hospitality industry career series where I reveal jobs that you didn't know about in 11 hospitality industry sectors. My name is Maria and I am your savvy hotelier, helping hospitality students and graduates succeed in their careers. I'm going to share with you today 3 career options that you have beyond being a restaurant manager. Of course, there's more than just these 3 options, but I'm just going to start with these, and if you have any questions, shoot them in the comments below and I'm happy to answer. Right now you're probably feeling like you're just a waitress or a waiter and you have no other skills and experience. The truth is that you have a lot more valuable and transferable skills and experience than you think, even if you just have restaurant and customer service experience. I was in the same position as you before, and I didn't know how to present my skills and experience on my resume, and my resume didn't really sell myself. I have since learned how to write a resume and how to present my skills and experience in a sellable way. Check out my video of actually amending an old resume of mine with the knowledge that I have today. Spoiler alert, it's much better. If you want to up-level your resume in the same way, get my resume template in the link below so that your resume gets picked out of the pile of applicants and you get invited to those interviews. Statistics show that there is a 75% employee turnover in restaurants and that 30% of staff are seasonal workers. And unfortunately, I only just contributed to the statistics. I did not build a long-term career in the industry, which is unfortunate because who knows what kind of career I could have had I known there were more career options to me in the restaurant industry. And it's the case for a lot of people, not just myself. Only 3% of restaurant employees chose the hospitality industry because of its career options. And only 40% believe there is an opportunity for a long-term career. Which is where I want to tell you about career opportunities that you could have, and you can see yourself doing more than just becoming a restaurant manager. Because the more you know of how things work in the hospitality industry, the better informed decisions you can make about your own careers. First up, opening manager. In the restaurant business and hotels as well, in that case, there are 2 types of people. There are people who open restaurants and hotels, and there are people who run them. That's because it takes a very different skill set to open a restaurant than it does to run it on an everyday basis. Opening a restaurant is a bit like having a baby while you're still learning how to walk yourself, while running a restaurant is a bit more like parenting a teenager that kind of runs itself 80% of the time. You just need to adjust the course every now and then. To become an opening manager, you need to start gaining opening experience by joining opening teams as an assistant or a team member and learning the process. There is no process, but you need to understand how things work when it comes to opening and get familiar with what it takes to open a restaurant. This is a highly demanding and fast-paced job that requires a lot from you. You've got to know everything from logistics, supply, to training, to hiring, and menu design. You can become an opening manager within a branded chain. You can become a freelancer for independent restaurants. As well, you can become a restaurant opening manager for the hotel industry specifically. Next, we've got the concept developer. A restaurant concept developer creates the idea for a particular restaurant location or cuisine in mind. This works both for independent restaurants and hotel restaurants. It's about the kind of food you're going to serve, the kind of ambience that your restaurant is going to have, what's the price point, what is going to be the service style. All of these things are not random decisions. Well, they shouldn't at least be random decisions. And they are all thought through based on what the restaurant owner wants and what fits for that location and the customers in that location. And as a concept developer, you essentially decide if a burger place is right for this location, or if the Lebanese restaurant should be fine dining or casual, and you recommend it to the owner. You don't have to have specific experience to become a restaurant concept developer. You can have been both a chef and a waiter. Your ability to network and meet and get to know people who are already doing that and who can advise you on your future career steps is going to be essential in securing that job for yourself in the future. It's also really valuable to have restaurant opening experience because as a concept developer, you'll be working with the restaurant opening managers. So you need to really understand what they're going through and how you can help them make their life easier by providing solutions. And finally, I'm going to tell you about career options that a sommelier can have outside of the restaurant. As a sommelier, you have worked really hard to become one. It takes years and years of practice and learning. So please make sure you recognize your achievement and don't forget to celebrate it, because it takes a lot and a lot of people don't get that. But it is possible that at some point further down the line, you're not quite interested in being a sommelier at a restaurant anymore and you want to explore your career further. What can you do? You know all about wines, so what else can you do with that knowledge and experience? You can be a brand ambassador for a supplier, brand of wines, or a producer. What's a brand ambassador? Well, a brand ambassador is someone that you as a sommelier would have already been working with, sort of on the other side. You'll be ordering wines from them. You'll be working with producers and suppliers to create your wine list, and that person that you'll be working with, the point of contact that you have, is a brand ambassador. A wine brand ambassador's job is part sales, part relationships building. The aim of the job is to create a larger portfolio of restaurants that carry the wine that you represent. You'll be working with restaurant owners and hotel procurement teams to advise them on their needs and make sure to put your wine in their stock. And as a sommelier, you already have all the skills required to do the job. You've got sales, you've got negotiation skills, you definitely have relationship building and customer service skills, and you know all about the wines. You just need to brush up knowledge on that particular brand or supplier you'll be working with. And on top of that, you already know what the clients want. You were a client as a sommelier, so you know how to build those relationships and have those conversations. So here we go, these are the 3 jobs that you could be doing in the restaurant industry with both the service and kitchen background. Now these are just 3 examples. Of course there's so much more that you could be doing. There's so many more interesting and fascinating jobs in the restaurant industry that your service experience could be so valuable for. So as I said before, think bigger, ask yourself the question, what else is there? And create yourself a bigger career vision. This is a hospitality industry career series where I reveal jobs that you didn't know about in 11 hospitality industry sectors, helping you create a career path of your own. My name is Maria and I am your savvy hotelier. Next week we're going to be talking about travel and transportation. See you next week!